Were you surprised Juju came back?
Yes. Did
Uh,
you want more?
I mean,
Did you want more than that?
it-
So, JuJu Smith-Schuster was looking for perhaps wide receiver one money out on
yeah,
the market,
yeah,
and there was not wide receiver one money to be had. And then, if there are wide receiver two offers out there, I think it makes a lot of sense
yeah,
since it's a 1 year kind of bridge deal. Show me again what you
yeah,
can do. There's more money waiting a year from now when hopefully the cap expands
yeah,
and TV deals seem closer,
yeah,
or the money from those
yeah.
deals that have been negotiated seem closer. Who else than to go back to the guy that you already have chemistry with, that you already have rapport with, that you can already sort of be a security
Yeah.
blanket for in a place that you're very, very comfortable? There was a lot of talk like, why wouldn't you go to Kansas City and play with Patrick Mahomes? Well, because there are a lot of other options there. And are you really, and then you have to build all of that with Patrick Mahomes, and there's a whole new offense to learn. And if you're really only there for 5 months anyway, why not go to where you're comfortable? And he's got, a great following or a great feeling
Yeah.
for the city of Pittsburgh. I was surprised on the other end, however, that the Steelers brought him back because they have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. Did I say tons? Because I really mean tons
Yeah.
of needs. They need a new running back. They need to completely rebuild their offensive line. They lost their great edge rusher who plays opposite TJ Watt in Bud Dupree. They lost their unbelievably physical slot corner Mike Hilton, who was their best blitzer. They lost Tyson Alualu, who was their tough, tough, tough run stuffing nose tackle. There are a lot of pieces that need to be replaced and filled on the Steelers team, and they have three really, really good young receivers in Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, and James Washington, who all have home run potential, who all are kind of wide receiver 1As, just like Juju. And from everything I was told, the organization was ready to throw out the competition in training camp. Okay, one of you win this job. One of you become wide receiver one. So it was nice to bring Juju back. There's
Yeah.
familiarity with Juju. Juju is a very good teammate. He loves the game of football. He's a very nice kid. But it wasn't necessarily, when you talk about a team that's unbelievably cash strapped
Yeah.
and a team that is very, very good at maneuvering and juggling cap numbers, they gave him $8 million, and they could have potentially used that $8 million in a different position. Of course, knowing they'd have to juggle the cap number because Juju's cap number is very small, but still, $8 million is $8 million. It could have been used perhaps in another way.
Did you see any situation or any scenario where he landed in Baltimore?
I mean, I know that that was talked about a fair
Yeah.
amount. I actually talked to a member of the organization um, a couple days before he went to the Steelers, and it was like, no, we're not.
Yeah.
He's not, coming to Baltimore. But maybe at the time the price was very high, and Baltimore wasn't paying that. I don't
Interesting.
know. I couldn't say. But again, if there isn't security out there, if there
Yeah.
isn't a big deal, if you're looking to a 1 year deal, I think sometimes going where everybody knows you and where you
Yeah.
know everybody and you know the lay of the land and you're not having to prove yourself and get acclimated to something new, it's just smarter to stick with what you know.
I wonder if they played the Cheers theme song when he walked back into the facility because everybody knows his name. Um, and then you surprised they brought Big Ben back? I know there was maybe some rumors he'd hang it up.
No, that was like very awkward and weird, frankly. He had said from the very beginning that he was going to come back, that he wanted to come back, that he wasn't interested in retiring. And so it was more the Steelers being a little bit publicly non-committal in what they were saying. That was a bit odd, but he gave some money back to the organization. He obviously worked with them to bring down what was a prohibitive cap number, and then he returned some cash. He said, "Okay, I'll give you $5 million back on the money that my contract says I am owed in salary. If that helps you, bring someone else." So I guess that $5 million helped bring Juju back.
Do you see any scenario where they take a quarterback in the first round?
No.
Interesting.